Hi, I'm George Levy for blocksEDU, and today I am in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at the Blockchain event, and I'm having the opportunity to speak with blockchain enterprise architect and author, Joseph Holbrook. Joseph, great seeing you.
Yes, thank you, George, for the invitation.
I'm actually really psyched about having this conversation, mostly because I just got your book. So you published on Wiley?
Yes.
Architecting Enterprise Blockchain Solutions. I want to be in full transparency. I had the honor of writing the foreword for your book.
Yes.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to actually get this book. There's a lot of things that I want to cover in this conversation because your focus is enterprise blockchain, which is such a very interesting topic. So to frame the conversation and where I want to steer this, you focus on enterprise blockchain. I talk a lot about blockchain, and when people think about blockchain, many times they think about Bitcoin.
Yep.
When you think about Bitcoin, you're talking about decentralized networks, you're talking about having, nodes that you don't know who run those nodes. But in enterprise blockchain, you focus in a different angle. Tell me more.
Exactly. I focus more on the enterprise applications. Essentially, how does blockchain solve issues for enterprises? Enterprises generally want to provide some kind of value, and that's around meeting requirements around privacy, security, control of their resources. Those are really big factors. And those typical organizations will be fintech, logistics, some of the solutions will be KYC, farm to table, areas like that. Those are generally areas that I focus on.
Yeah, one of the things, and one of the reasons why I'm so excited about this conversation is that a lot of this you cover in the book, and this is the kind of value add that an architect can have. Because you really define, you're dealing with really sensitive information.
Yes, exactly. Companies such as financial institutions do take their data pretty seriously, and they don't want to lose it. They don't want to have any kind of liability if it gets stolen, released, even modified. So it's definitely a big concern.
Yeah, one thing that I read, which is a really interesting statistic, IBM was talking about their cloud services and stating that for every dollar spent in blockchain, they're generating $15 in cloud. So they work together. Tell me more about that.
Exactly. Because one of the things about blockchain, they have a unique model compared to even AWS, where they provide a software as a service, a platform as a service, and also an infrastructure as a service. AWS, for example, really only meets the infrastructure requirements, and they have a PaaS as well, but no software as a service. And when it comes to cloud spend, that, just like you're saying, is multiplied because of the requirements for them to host all these services, such as blockchain nodes, MSPs, certificate authorities, etc. So absolutely 15 times is certainly probably on the low side, in my opinion.
Yeah, one of the reasons why you're a speaker here at this event is that you actually have a long career in technology.
Yes.
So even before you were into blockchain, you actually were already in the space of cloud, which is why you know so much about these things. So tell me more about how you got there.
Absolutely. I got into blockchain more or less, not so much as the cryptocurrency area. Like my first crypto area was not actually Bitcoin, it was actually Monero. Then I got into Bitcoin and all that. But I got into the enterprise areas because I had a customer talk about, do you know anything about Hyperledger? And I said, yeah, of course. And basically, I played around with it and then was able to get it designed, set up, and deployed and tested in a cloud service. And one of the beautiful things about cloud service is that you could rapidly provision up and down without the company having to have CapEx to really do it.
Right, and that's the kind of conversation that as an architect you can bring into the equation. I tell you, as an educator in the blockchain space, many people actually are learning a lot about blockchain, but when it comes to actually executing, being able to actually deal with an architect that actually can build that whole solution truly adds value. Give me more experience about the actual hands-on working on this.
Yes, so when you deploy a blockchain, whether it's on premises or in the cloud, like on a blockchain as a service, basically it's really an exercise in open source, such as Hyperledger or Ethereum. And one of the things to realize about a blockchain is that you do really need to have some kind of a development background, especially in the open source blockchains, because there's a lot of integration that's going to be required. But one of the things with deploying services in a blockchain as a service, for example, is a lot of it's already done for you. And that's why a lot of organizations really like deploying in the cloud.
Excellent. So, Joseph, for people that may actually want to be able to communicate with you, may have some questions, need some architecture, how can they find out more?
Go over to myblockchainexperts.org or .net. And you could also find me on a new podcast called Techie Jacks as well. So
that's a very cool name.
Great.
Very, very good. I'm looking forward to that. Joseph, always a pleasure to speak with you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you kindly for the opportunity to talk to you, and I wish you much success.
Thank you, George. Appreciate it.
For blocksEDU, I'm George Levy. Thank you for watching.